gentlemen, welcome to the English news from Djibouti channel. Here are the top stories of our edition tonight. The president received the speakers of the House of the Rwandan deputies. For regional news, trading relationship during a visit for Kenyatta to Addis Ababa, capital of Ethiopia. Welcome if you join us. The president of the Chamber of Deputies of the Republic of Rwanda arrived this morning in Djibouti to participate in the solemn opening. She was honored by the president of the Djibouti Parliament, Mr. Mohamed Ali Ahmed, who had a first meeting with the Speaker of the Rwanda Parliament, Mrs. Donati, accompanied by several members of the Chamber of Deputies of the Republic of Rwanda. The President of the Assembly, Mohamed Ali Ahmed, welcomed the delegation led by the President Donati, who thanked her to her hospitality. Discussion focused on strengthening cooperation between the two parliaments beyond Djibouti and Rwanda. Mrs. Safia Elmi from the Djibouti Assembly Bureau attended the meeting between the President Mohamed Ali Ahmed and the President of the Rwanda Chamber of Deputies, Donat, who will participate tomorrow in the solemn opening of the Djibouti Assembly. Last night, the Sheikh Usman Annex to the popular Rally of Progress RPP located in Balbala hosted a cultural evening as part of the party's 4th anniversary celebration. It was an evening like no other, festive and colorful. This evening, organized by the Minister of Culture, saw the participation of several hundred activities and supports from the RPP. The program, rather rich and varied, of the evening included, among other, folk dance, popular song, sketch, and official speech. For 3 hours, the star Awale Adan, the troupe of March 4, and other artistic group from the municipality of Balbala have succeeded the microphone to animate the rhythm and exceptional music. The evening, it should be noted that in passing that this event is part of the commemorative festivities of the 4th anniversary of the creation of the ruling party, the Popular Rally for Progress RPP. During a speech he delivered on this occasion, the Minister of Muslims Affairs, Culture and Property Waqf, Mr. Momin Hassan Barri, gave a brief reminder of the RPP party, which commemorates its 4th years of existence. The Minister of Culture spoke about the role of RPP audiences, which he has said constitute the very basis of the party. The annex are the pillars of our political formation. They are called on to do outreach work, he say. In substance, the RPP was created to serve as a national platform for conciliation and political integration for all our compatriots, say the Minister Momin Hassan Barre, who notably raised the great achievement of the ruling party throughout these 4 years. Our party has been a key player in the consolidation of national unity, peace and social cohesion. If we celebrate the 4th anniversary of our party, it's because it's solid, unified, and turned more than ever towards the future, say the Minister of Culture. These festivities he said, an opportunity to demonstrate our determinations and wellnesses to our effort, to put our effort and energy and our force for an even to make more stronger the party of the RPP. The main activities of Women's and Youth Commission under the chairmanship of Mr. Hassan Mohammed Kamel began Friday. His 8th stage indeed the standard of RPP left the annex of Sheikh Osman to the commune of Razdika, more precisely in the annex Sheikh Siraj. It's with Salawat Nabi and the Minister of the Defense Ali Hassan Bahdan, as well as Muna Osman Aden, and Mr. Hassan Mohammed Kamel, the parliamentarian of the commune, and other personality such as the Vice President of the applicants, Mrs. Ferdousa Abdullah, and the party activity welcome the RPP flag, an arch of flower, a carpet, and incense serve as a welcome try to touch beer from the municipality of Balbala.
الله يوم رجال إننا إله نقول نمسجلي نمسجل إله صدق نوجو حفظ الله يوم دار والبول لوجر والنمط وحكم على جميعا مرحبا
The next Sheikh Siraj, located in Razdika, celebrate the 4th anniversary of the RPP under this presence of the Minister of Defense, the Secretary of State for Solidarity and Social Affairs, as well as the Secretary of State for Youth and Sport, and parliamentarians and elected officials of the municipality. The President of the Anis, Sheikh Siraj, and many members and sympathizers of the RPP political movement, the Anis Sheikh Siraj, organized an evening rich in color and cultural diversity on his esplanade. After a few verses read by Sheikh Dandawi and the national anthem, followed by the RPP party, the Hadra group and Hilla group, as well as others artistic, the memorable anniversary of 4th years of the RPP also note the strong mobilizations of women, flag and locomotive party RPP since the dawn of time last night on the esplanade of the annex. Sheikh Siraj, women commissioners, Mrs. Kaltoun Farah, as well as Muhammad and Asha Qayyad, were the spotlight as everywhere else, symbol of resemble youth and convince of the value of the RPP part, taking the microphone, all that personality to straighten the role of the party of RPP to make development in our political Djibouti. During his speech, the member of the RPP, Mr. Ali Hassan Bahdan, in this mission, therefore mainly in debt for the youth of our party. He said it's young activity, it's about the history of our party. He added that the story of our party is first of all to recall that this is the fruit of a direct emanations of all the political and popular forces that took part in the acquisitions of our independence. I cannot fail to take this opportunity to pay tribute to all the components of our movement, including the women, the activists of the first hour, the executive and leaders of the RPP who never cease to translate constantly, in fact, the ideals and aspirations of our people. As World Women Days approach, the RTD offer you every evening a magazine and report in our newspaper on the politics of women's integration in the political and social professional fields.
Of women into the political life of Djibouti is a will of the head of state, Mr. Ismail Omar Guelleh, who is in the content evaluation marked by the great turning points in our society, and especially in his way of thinking. Beyond a single question of arithmetic and seats in the parliament, this vision of fully giving Djiboutian women their full place in the society remains above all the biggest achievement, if not the biggest achievement of the head of state, because of its impact in the popular beliefs. Indeed, the most difficult thing for a leader in many countries is not to be able to get an economic growth or a great health care system, but changing and upgrading modalities or breaking taboos and concepts of a very conservative society. This is a range of measures implemented since 1999, ranging for stopping genital mutilation in young girls, often source of trauma, but also health problems of all kinds. The Minister of Women and Family has been created with the sole mission to implement this policy. President Guelleh has increased the number of women in the government, towards the Secretary of State for Social Affairs and the Ministry delegated for Housing enters in the firm. This policy supported by the First Lady, Ms. Khadra Mahmoud Haid, has, as well as the Djiboutian Women National Union, known as UNFD, will increase hundreds of workshops or awareness workshops and many conferences at a national and regional level, where the First Lady on various occasions has proclaimed clearly the need for a change.
Aujourd'hui, il est heureux de le constater.
If everyone agrees on the entry of women into the parliament for a vast majority of men and women, including policies, women will not represent themselves, but will always represent the whole nation. Thus, in 2003, the President of the Republic proposed a bill that grants 10% of the seats of the parliament to women, which opposed all the assumptions of enlarging the seats of the assembly for all the options of the women mini parliament. It is happy to notice today that this outdated and impartial vision of the Djiboutian feminine identity is now changing. Throughout education, pedagogy, and militancy, retrograded resistance and criminal archaism are being undertaken. I am warmly glad to say that this vision is transforming due to the joint efforts of all the actors concerned, and moreover to all the women of Djibouti. Indeed, the most difficult thing for a leader in many countries is not to be able to get an economic growth or a great health care system, but changing and upgrading modalities or breaking taboos and concepts of a very conservative society.
La cause féminine.
The woman cause is a fight for justice because it deals with universal values of freedom, equality, and dignity, values that must come together in the name of humanity and transcend prejudice and cleavages between men and women. Today I would like to wish all women in the world a happy birthday, but also to say Happy Women's Day to all men, because in everyday life, it is the whole society that benefits from her actions.
a concept based on cleansing and according to which the women cannot represent the men belongs to the past. Those elections were won hand down with indisparity results. But the bet is successful. The passable is closed and the woman freed. The bill paid for propelling the whole nation into a new area. That proved that the transplants took, in other words, the profound change in our society, and the new laws is increasing by 15% the quota of women seats in the parliament, which is 25% in the total base, without comment and even enthusiastically received in 2018. It took a man sure of him, driven by the inherent political encouragement, with a firm desire to reform his country. We are indebted by this man, which is the President of the Republic, Mr. Ismail Omar Guelleh, who has enhanced the movement of November 1, 2015, among other weapons originated in the qualities of the statements and in the fact we want from a way of living to choose our own way of living.
In the context of the Child Law Promotions and Protection Program, UNFD has organized this month in its headquarters a relative training on the community approach from 2 to 6 March. This evening is intended to strengthen technical communication capacity on the role in community engagement and ensure promotion and health protection education for mother and child and citizens and protection of their environment, and the importance of strengthening the capacity of members of community management center into in many neighboring like the Anglais were presented at this meeting. The Vice Chairman of UNFD, Mrs. Hasna Hamad Bilal, and the Minister of Women and Family, Mrs. Mumina Hamad Hassan, the parliamentarians, and the representative of two representative, the ministers took part. The Vice President of the UNFD stressed the importance of the meeting to support the woman and in her daily life to meet the challenges and to improve their conditions. On regional news, the Kenyan president arrived at the capital of Ethiopia, Addis Ababa, for official visit. He met the Ethiopian Prime Minister, Dr. Abiy Ahmed. The Kenyan President Uhuru Kenyatta discussed with the Ethiopian Prime Ministers on bilateral issues following an official welcoming ceremony at the State Palace. He also expected to discuss with the Prime Minister on issues of bilateral importance and will later pay visit to various Ethiopian development projects. The two countries enjoy outstanding bilateral relations and a strong cooperation in regional and multilateral issues. Here we arrive at the end of this news edition. Thank you for watching us.